know what time it is. It's time for ice cream and trucks. Ice cream and trucks, ladies and gentlemen. So, there's probably wondering, what do you use ice cream while talking about trucks for? Well, what we're doing right now is we're working on a 1999 7.3 liter diesel. Aside from one thing with this truck, it's the best truck that was ever created. One thing. Only complaint I can have against a 7.3 1999 diesel is this Ford. They didn't make a fully boxed frame on these trucks, but that probably would have added another 400 or 500 pounds to the truck. The truck's already heavy as it is. Now, aside from that, one of the most reliable engines ever created to man was put in these trucks, a 7.3 liter diesel. And most amazing part about these trucks is that, for one, they are fuel efficient for the size and weight that these things carry. Like, I was driving my friend's little Patriot Jeep. I was driving like all kinds of other vehicles. Tons of different ones. The only thing that came close to being somewhat better on fuel was the Ford Freestar. But that's not even a diesel, right? I'm getting like 650, 700K in the city on a tank on those, right? Now, if I went and drove any other minivan, they wouldn't even get anywhere near that fuel mileage. But these 7.3s, easily anywhere between, like mine probably gets about 850 to about 900, and it needs a little bit of work. So what we're working on today is we're just bringing this up to back to life here. I bought this a year or so ago, and I finally got it on the road today, last month or two. So here's what we got going on. We got this assortment of tools, right? I already went ahead and checked what's were needed here to work on this glorious beast. And what we're actually going to be doing here is we're going to be changing out the shocks. So right now on the 7.3 1999, it's a 18 mil for the rears. I already changed out the fronts, and I'm just going to show you. This is one of the fronts. Mind you, they don't look that much different from the backs, but you can see that the backs have a longer cylinder than the fronts do. Now, how do you know when your shock is no good? You could do this, and then it just stays like that. You can't. It shouldn't. That's not what should happen. So, being the fact that the truck is like 24 years old, right? It's technically a classic. I have 3 of them. I probably will get another one. And not to mention that they're highly fuel efficient vehicles. These 7.3 liter diesels. For the size of weight these cars are pushing. By the way, this is Haagen-Dazs key lime ice cream. I had to get it. The last time we made a video, ice cream and trucks, we basically having a little tailgate party in the back alley here, because we're going to be installing these shocks, beautiful new shocks on this 24-year-old truck. I have everything pretty much ready to go, but the one thing I didn't have ready to go was my key lime Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Now, some people may like it, some people may not. I personally love it. I'm pretty sure I used this to scoop dog food, but I washed it after, so. Yeah, this is the best stuff here. Man, they shouldn't make sugar so. Hello, how are you doing? I am doing great now that I have ice cream. But we're basically talking about we're going to be climbing underneath this truck in a few minutes. But I figure, why not? Why not have a little break before work? So I have a problem with ice cream, I will say. I love ice cream. Since I was a kid, ice cream was like probably my biggest kryptonite. Like, if it's there, I have to eat it. When I was young, I'd take those little it's like, it would fit like 5 of these, maybe even 6. You know those big ass cartons of ice cream? I would eat that one sitting, just like nom nom, till my tongue went numb. Well, maybe that's what I'm trying to do. So I talk less and do more work, is to numb my tongue. But that's not the case. I had to try this key lime ice cream. Let's read the facts on this. Well, for one, the ingredients. Obviously, they're using high quality because the ingredients, first thing is cream. You know what the crazy part about all of this is? I'm actually allergic to milk. I probably shouldn't eat ice cream, but I love it. So I might have a migraine later or something silly like that, but I do it for you, the fans. Glad Jams, Glutagen. I think are they the ice creams that are on a kind of like a wooden stick and they look like a cone, like the same kind of cone they use to direct planes, like you that way, you that way. Is that the kind of ice cream you're talking about? With vanilla ice cream. Well, I don't know. Everybody has a different ice cream, I gotta say. But this one, I literally got like pieces of cake in it. You see that right there? That's a piece of cake. Which they're trying to make this bottom part here, this crumbly look. You are talking about Kulfia. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I think that's the one. I've had it. I go to Indian stores to buy food all the time. But this is pretty good. You should try it. You should try that brand. Haagen-Dazs. Extras. Key lime pie. Oh, made in Canada, apparently. The thing is, ice cream has gotten, like, since I was younger, ice cream wasn't this expensive. And, like, this cup cost me, like, I think it was, like, $6.99. But they put so much goodness in here. None of it's good for you. But it tastes like it's good for you. I don't know if you can see inside there. They got like layer. See that brown stuff? That's like layers of the cakey part. If you can get it. I don't know. Do they sell Haagen-Dazs in... Are you from India? Are you from Canada? Where are you from? My eyes aren't good and I'm trying to read the phone from so far away. Swam deep to Paul. I may have butchered that. Don't mean to. But are you from... Have a good day, bro. Save some ice cream for your kid. I don't have any kids. But are you from Canada or are you from like India? Like, can you get this brand over there? That's what I was asking you. The only kid I have is a dog. And usually gets to lick the cup. You're from India. Oh. Do they have Haagen-Dazs there? Let's see what he says. I have friends in Toronto. So you're gonna ship you ice cream? I used to be from Toronto, actually. You're not gonna stay for when we work underneath the truck? You guys can watch me struggle? It must be nighttime there. Are they gonna send you ice cream? Or are you gonna visit Toronto? Stay away from Jane and Finch. And that's where all the craziness happens. Oh, a little bit of ice cream in the beard. Friends in Toronto, eh? Oh. Sorry. I had to finish that. Let's see if the dog can hear me from where I am. Let's see if he'll show up while we... If I had my whistle on the keychain, he would hear me. Let's see if the dog's gonna come for the ice cream to have a little lick-a-lick. I think he's on his way. You'll hear the nails clicking on the pavement. I'm literally in the back alley here. I don't give him too much. I just give him a little bit, right? Okay, he can't hear me. Anyways, so he did hear me. Look at who has decided to show up. Is that the most gorgeous? Would you like some? Would you like? Yeah, that's for you. You can lick that. And take it back to your lair. Maybe don't lick it right in the middle of the road. You know what's cool is that after he's done, see, he's gonna go to a comfortable spot. After he's done, I'll tell him. He's gonna hibernate with that. After he's done, I usually tell him, give me the cup, and he'll bring me the cup. So anyways, back to business here. So basically got all these tools ready. 19 mil, 18 mil, 18 mil on the drill here. Got some garbage that we gotta get rid of. We'll just take that and toss that in the bin like so. Then put that stuff away. And now we can get to getting some work done. So I am going to see if that's there we go. Get some views on the get everything set up. Get the drill in there. It shouldn't take too long. All right, here we are. Got our new shock. Just put that there. Put that there and give you guys a little tour. So this is one of the shocks. Now this pipe up here is leaking oil onto there. And then this is the other shock. I'm going to set this up so that you guys can see me take the whole thing out. That way, get a good view. I won't be able to read any of the comments, but that's basically where we're at. So we're going to pull the bolts down here and up here. So the top one should come out pretty easy. I use the word should. Try not to look up into the dirt. That's reverse. I had it the other way. There's one bolt. One bolt. Just put that over here. And then this one will require a ratchet on the bottom part, and I might have to. What I should do, I should just switch to this one and then put the short end. This one will reach everywhere. Alright. Yeah, because I really didn't have lots of room between the rotor. There we go. There's one. I think this might actually be easier than doing the front ones. Because the front ones are way harder to get on. And these things look like they've seen their day. I just rock it back and forth, and then that one comes out. Let's see if there's any life in these. They didn't even go back up. I guess they're done. Okay. So, I'm going to hook this one up on this piston first. And then we're going to have to cut the strap. Let's try it this way. It's amazing that the truck literally, these little pins, like look at this little pin, like that's what the truck is, the shock absorbers being. You gotta watch that you don't get dirt in your eyes, and don't look up when you're hitting stuff. Should go on. Because it's rubber. I probably should have put some oil on it. Come on. Almost there. And I can feel I feel like I should just take it up. Puts a little bits of oil on there. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. We got a little bit of WD-40. I'm literally just gonna spray it into the rubber here. Just so we got a little bit of lubrication. And when you install these, you want to install where the top slides over the bottom down. So here we are. Back on. Let's see if that actually made it easier. Doesn't help when you're trying to push and you're on a creeper and it starts to roll. Bastard. Get in. Maybe I need some grease on the actual bolt. Just to help it slippy on. Slippity slip on. Oh, there we go. There we go. That worked. That worked beautifully. Oh, we got lots on the actual bolt for tightening. And so, look at what happens when you cut this. Get in position to be able to okay. All the way to the other side. Look at that. Look at how yellow people be like, did you get new shocks? Yep. They're yeller. And that bolt looks a little, man, that thing looks beat up. Beat up good. Yeah, it was just a little guy. That's all it was. Just threading it on before I use the impact gun on it. Probably have to change that nut at some point. And it's like a tight squeeze. Okay, that's on there good. This next one is gonna be greasy. Look at that. I feel like I need gloves. But for now, I think I could just literally undo it with the impact. Let me see if I can undo it. Yeah. I'm gonna set this guy up here. I think that's a decent camera angle. I just need to have a look, which I can't do because everything's in my way. There. That's a pretty good view of what's going on under the truck. Man, that shock hasn't even come back. Literally still stuck like that. So I guess we really needed to change the shocks. That's what we found out. Mess around and find out. Oh. But it should be a nice ride. And then all of a sudden, I gotta say, these flex tools are amazing. Even though it sounds like it's got no juice, it's because it's on one power. It will do everything it needs. Everything you need it to do. Well, we could probably do this with the long bar. There it is. Does this one have any shock left? Oh. Now that I've dented it, it won't go in. Oh, there it is. It's not even coming back. So, we know that let's grease that up and grab this other shock that's on the tailgate. And there it is. There's the new guy. Whew. You know, if I could get a thread exposed, I could literally just drive it on with the impact. But it's hard to do this with this stupid creeper moving. Alright, one other thing we can do is because we got an opening there, I could literally just tap it on. Then we got a little bit exposed bolt. There. I can thread that on. We can also just power that home. See how easily that went on? So now, cut this line. There, just put something to stop it from put the way through. Now too high, too low. What I like to do sometimes is I'll take something that's smaller, tap that in to line up the hole a bit better. That way I'm not messing up my threads. Try tapping that in again. Okay. That's lined up. You can tap the bolt. It should. There. And that's all the way home. Mind you, the one thing I don't like is that the bolt is not in the same place as the last one. I want the bolt on the inside. And the nut on the outside. There we go. Now that's on. Nice and tight. That's on there good too. Oh, I almost forgot to do this one. we go. Just double check. This one's on there. That one needs a little more. There we go. Yeah. All right. Everything's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight too. Brand new shocks installed. Let's get rid of all this stuff out of here. $10 million other things I need to do. There you go. Look at the new shocks. Boom. Boom. Loving life. Living life. Ladies and gentlemen, here we. Oh, I can't just leave the drill behind. Number one back-breaking saving tool here. Oh, watch out for that. That's the put that back up there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there we are. We have installed the new shocks. And you can see the remnants of what was in there. 24-year-old shocks. They don't last that long. There's another one. Throw that in there. Let me show you guys the front shocks. So on these 7.3s, these front ones were a little bit more of a pain in the ass. I did those the other day. These are the Monroe Gas Magnums. And I'm sure that the ride will be so much better driving a 1-ton truck and hitting bumps. Wasn't exactly the most ideal thing. So maybe we should do a little drive along. I don't know. If you guys want to maybe come for a ride? The dog's probably going to freak out. But let's see, maybe if we can get him to bring that ice cream cup over here. He's like, oh, it might be something for me. I'm going to start this beautiful machine. Just take a little rip down the road with the dog. The dog. Oh, where's the cup? Can you go get the cup? The ice cream cup? Go get the cup. Yeah, go get your cup. The one you took when you... Hey, you know, the cup. Go get it. Go get the cup. Yeah, thank you. Good boy. Put all these things away. Or anything we can just kind of... Where's that cup, you gorgeous thing? Where's the cup? Go get the cup. Go get the cup. Go get your cup. Go. Ice cream cup. You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. So if you guys want to come for a ride along, I'm just putting this stuff away here. Just gonna leave it kind of here, just so I can close the tailgate. Come on, gorgeous pit bull. Where's the cup? Are you taking so... Oh, you found it. Let me see. You don't want to show anybody, do you? Here. Hey, I gotta put it in the garbage. Thank you. Let me see it. Why are you running in circles? Let me see the cup. Yeah, thank you. I know it tastes that delicious. Still has flavor on the paper, and he's like, I'm not giving it up. All right, you coming too? Let's go. Get inside. Look at him. He found his way inside. Big yawns. Big yawns. All right. We're just going to go for a little cruise. So this is one of my favorite things about the 7.3. Every time I start it up, of course. Here we are, check it out. Here we are. Alright, we're gonna set this up. I should have done a video kind of before and after to see if there would be something we could detect on the it's like nothing is working right now. Trying to get you set up in here so you can see what's going on. And it would have been good to have something to clean my hands with a little bit. We're just gonna see, me and Dr. Chunks are gonna see, we're gonna see how much of a difference. I really have nowhere to put this camera aside from where it is. And I'll try to keep you guys tuned in as best as I can. That thing's supposed to just stop spinning at that point. Alright, well let's see what the ride is like with the new shocks. They feel like they're shocking. See the first big bump? Boom. Oh, that was so much gentler. So gentle. Right, gorgeous animal? Most beautiful thing that I've ever had in my entire life. Look at Sky. He loves the truck. I love the truck too. We used to drive the minivan all the time. Oh my God! This is unbelievable! I got shocks! Like it's just caressing the road. Like you feel it slightly. Before I used to feel every bump driving down the road. And I wonder why that happened. Could it be that the reason why I was feeling every bump in the road was because the fact that I had zero shocks? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. Look at this thing. This is beautiful. Oh my God. I think Chunks is shocked by the shocks. He's like, this ride's way smoother. And we gotta get back and work on a gate. But so far, I got the truck for a great deal. It wasn't running when I bought it. Some cuties over there. It wasn't running when I bought it. I'm like, I know I can get this truck running. I'm pretty sure there's barely anything wrong with it. And sure enough, there's gaskets to put in. We got new exhaust on. We got headers to put on. Well, when I say exhaust, I'm talking about the headers and the up pipes. And we're gonna have to rebuild the turbo. The turbo's leaking oil. So we got a few different little things that need to be done, right? And we may or may not be changing out the gaskets for the injectors. Now, I'm gonna go down to this spot where I know when I was hitting the speed bump it sucked. I want to see if I can hit it the same speed and if that's gonna make a difference. These new shocks. But man, the truck is so much tighter. Like, it's just like so tight. It feels good to have new shocks, I gotta say. They're actually shocking. It's shocking how good the shocks are. There's not too many times in life I can use that combination. But we're gonna have to do the brakes soon. These brakes are starting to squeak a little bit. And these are almost at the end of their life. Nice. It's not so loose, I noticed. Like, it was kind of like jittery loose. Like, the back was jittery, the front was jittery. The steering was kind of, well, the steering is sloppy. It needs to, it's not really sloppy. It's very, very responsive, right? Chunks thinks we're going to a special spot here. We're gonna see if I can bring up the camera for the spot where I'm gonna be hitting the oh, my wrist, Jesus. We're gonna be hitting the speed bump. We're gonna turn it around for y'all to see, and then it just glides over this. You can barely feel it. So it's coming up here. We're just about there. It's like a 30 zone, so you don't really want to be like flying over this thing at full speed, but right where this black car is about to hit. This is the speed bump. Let's see what this is like. Off, like nothing. You can barely feel it. Right, most gorgeous thing alive. He's like, I know where we are, and you better be letting me out. Well, we're not gonna get out here. Last time we got out here, we had police choppers chasing us, and 6 cops and 2 fish cops. Like, it's just insane. When I get those videos, though, ladies and gentlemen, when I get those videos from the cops, I'm definitely gonna put that on YouTube. All for a dog not on leash. And literally the guy's like, yo, your dog's not on a leash. Seems like a really cool dog. You mind, I'm like, no problem. Put the dog on a leash, right? And they say, oh, well, let me come back over to my vehicle here. Just gonna run your name and all that. I'm like, no, I'm good with the warning you said you're gonna give me. He's like, no, that's not how this works. I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. And he was giving me such a hard time. But like, I'm like traveling, my dog wasn't on a leash, and you're making a point of nothing, right? I put the dog on the leash, and then he said I could go on my way, but then he went and called the choppers on me and called the police on me. So kind of silly, but this guy's like walking in the middle of the road. I want to kind of yell at them, but I'm like, should I? Probably not. But yeah, I'm loving the new shocks, baby. Woo! What do you think, Chunks? Beautiful shocks? Are you hogging camera time? He's like, oh please, sir. Let me by the river here, sir. No, I'm gonna take him to a place after. Take the doctor of Chunks. But yeah, no, the truck is so smooth with new shocks. Those are probably original shocks that were on here, and they weren't doing nothing. Look at this guy. Why are you whining? Who told you to whine? Huh? No whining. I just drove down here to test the shocks of the truck out. We're gonna go to a separate place for you and your walking and stuff. I know how much you like to walk. But yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it's night and day. I can't believe how good these shocks are. Literally, night and day. I was humming and hawing about getting new shocks because literally to get the shocks put in, it was like $350. Around there, yeah. Maybe even 360 or somewhere there, because the fronts were so much and the backs were 150. Yeah, so around 360 bucks to put new shocks in. Valve covers are $300. Turbo 600, and what else? A couple other things, but no biggie deal, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. You guys have a great night, or we're gonna hit that bump again. You just gotta watch out for all these like cyclers. They're cycling. We're gonna hit that bump. It chunks in the back. In the back. I want to see if you guys can see us hitting the bump at like 40. How much of a difference. We're coming up to the speed bump right now. That was it. Nothing. 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 Yeah. 7.3 F350. Most amazing truck ever created. You guys have a great night. Thanks for watching so much. You guys are amazing. Unbelievable. Oh, that was Chunk saying all that. It wasn't me. Have a good night. Bye.